In business, China's car exports topping 1 million for the first time in June as part of robust trade figures, which showed exports hitting their fastest pace of growth in 4 months. Shipments of cars at 1.06 million units, up more than 71% from a year earlier. Chinese car makers driven to find new markets overseas as domestic sales slowed with the phasing out of EV subsidies. Total exports in US dollar terms rising 27% on year last month, marking its fastest pace of growth since October 2021. Overseas shipments accelerating sharply from the 19.4% growth recorded in May, while imports also exceeded forecasts, rising 36%, the strongest gain since June 2021. The global focus on investing in AI fueling demand for semiconductors, China also producing and selling some 32 billion integrated circuits abroad last month. GDP figures for the second quarter out tomorrow, along with other economic indicators such as retail sales, which taken together will give a broader sense of how the economy as a whole in China is doing. Louise Liu from Oxford Economics tells us why she thinks, Louise Liu from Oxford Economics tells us why she thinks the Chinese economic recovery remains fragile despite strong export figures.
It's funny how people talk about China being investment-led driven for so many years, and now we have investment contracting, pretty much over the last few months. I do think that, a big part of that investment decline has got to do with the fact that the economy continues to work through a lot of the balance sheet repair, work through a lot of the debt, not just at the local government levels, but also property developers. So there is a lot of debt that needs to be worked through, and that, by most other economies' example and history suggests that it would take, at least half a decade. So we're still pretty long way to go before investments could, stage a very organic rebound. So I think China might have lost one of its engines of growth, but again, today's trade number does suggest that it has found a new engine of growth in exports, although that is obviously a very fragile picture to be leaning or putting all your eggs on in the same basket.